Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, as you know, I am still traveling because I got the travel tarot table here. Now, there's some new developments in Alberta separation. Now, uh, Alberta, for American friends, Alberta is a province in Canada that is very much like your Texas. And have been having difficulties with the main government for a long time. And all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, it's been simmering in the background, talk of separation, leaving Canada. It's become very, very loud lately. And a delegation went down and talked to the American government, and the American government is on board that they would recognize Alberta. If the people voted to leave Canada, they would immediately recognize Alberta as an independent country or independent entity. Our prime minister is on his way to talk to Trump about many things, the tariffs and whatnot. But is this going to be a talk about Alberta? Now, President Trump did mention he's looking at Canada becoming the 51st state again. Maybe he just wants Alberta. Who knows? Anyways, this is for my Alberta friends, and maybe Americans maybe do get a 51st state coming up. So let's see what the cards have to say. What is the future of Alberta in the next year? And if you haven't seen me do the planetary cycles, so I'm going to do the planetary cycles. Alberta's anniversary was September 1st. And September 1st, 1905, we became a province. So this was our 120th year of being a province. So I'm going to do our yearly forecast with the planets. Unfortunately, I only brought one tarot deck with me, so I can't put out the tarot cards that represent the planets, but I'll go along and tell you what along the way. So the first planetary period is from October 1st to October 23rd. And that's the sun period. And I find this fascinating because during your sun period, you can do this for anything, for a birthday, for anniversary, first year, at a job, or the anniversary of the day that you started your job. You can see what your next year is going to be like. This is not astrology. This is what astrology is based on. This is very, very ancient system. And it's the 7 planets that you can see with the naked eye, because those are the 7 planets that can actually create some difference in your life, or you feel the vibrations from it because you are aware of it, versus the planets you can't see with the outer eye, with your own naked eye. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, those ones affect society overall and are not covered in this. So it's just the 7 original planets. And I know the sun is a star. I know it's not a planet, but this is ancient. All right. So the first period that you have is the sun, and this is when the sun is shining on you. And this is a fantastic time to appeal to people who can bring favor to you, because the sun is shining on you, and it's bringing you lots of great luck. And it's also a dangerous time. You don't want to be speeding because the spotlight's on you. If there's 10 cars all going the same speed limit, but they are speeding, you'll be the one who's pulled over. All right, shall we begin? The sun. Oh, 3 of Pentacles. See, it is a great time for negotiations. It's a great time to work with other things. Interesting. Look at all the planets on there. So the card is telling me it's tuned in to what we want to talk about. So this is a great time to work with planetary magic. Great time to appeal to other people about things that you want to do, to teach other people. People are willing to listen to you. This is fantastic to get on your sun time. And again, this goes until October 23rd. Now, the next period, let me put that over there. I might have to bring this in a little bit so you can see the cards. Okay, so our next period, which is our moon period, which is things move very fast during your moon period. Think of the moon, it's the fastest moving planet closest to Earth. It's also, it's not a great time to start anything unless you want it to be over quite quickly. So you never sign a long-term contract. It's a great time to take a step-up job. So let's say you are a sales associate and they come and say, do you want to be an assistant manager? Well, you would say yes, because it'll quickly move you up to manager, right? But if you wanted to quit one job completely and start another one, you'll find that new job that you went to ends. It's not a great time to buy like a house. You buy that house during your moon time, and you'll find yourself moving again quickly afterwards, or signing a lease to an apartment. You'll find you won't like the apartment, and you'll be moving again quite quickly. But it is a great time to unpack your boxes. So you buy your house in another period, but the moving date is in your moon period, and the move will go quite smoothly, and you'll unpack everything quite easily and quickly, things like that. So anything you want, anything to move quickly, you do during your moon time. So it's also a good time for water and whatnot. It's the moon. So this is October 24th to December 14th for Alberta. What's the moon going to bring us? Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Great abundance, great success. It'll be a good time to wrap up some things, right? Rather than start things. The Nine of Pentacles is always an ending card. You've done something very successful. Things go quite well. You've got great assets. So whatever has been started, this is a great time. It will wrap up. So this is actually very good. This could be something like we've put a proposal forward for pipelines. Pipelines are covered under your moon because it moves oil, moves anything liquid, anything transport. So we might hear some good news about the pipelines in our moon time. So next we go to our Mars time. Mars is very uh, aggressive, and it can be destructive time. And that will be December 14th until February 4th. So over the Christmas period. This is more a very masculine time. Um, this is when you want to be aggressive. Also, a great time to work with the military or start anything that has to start with a bang. Anything very masculine is, great big projects, for example. Um, you would start during this time, or if you wanted to start a military base or something like that. Mars energy. Let's see, how's Mars energy? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, it's not going to be a good time to start anything at all. So that's over Christmas, December 15th to February 4th. Do not start anything at all. Don't plant the seeds of anything. Just chill. It's Christmas. Enjoy the time, the slow time. Um, Interesting, this Three of Pentacles has shown up here, and we're having problems with our teachers union. This also is a teacher, the Three of Pentacles. So I'm wondering if that will be settled while we're in our A time. So if that's the case, then the teachers definitely picked the wrong time to deal with the government of Alberta, because the sun is shining on us. Things will go our way. So this might be the end of the teacher strike by October 23rd, and it'll go Alberta's way. So that wasn't very good timing on their behalf. But during their Mars time, it don't start anything. It'll be a big loss of money. All right. So now we go to our Mercury time, which is February 5th until March 28th. And this is a time that deals are struck. Mercury, commerce, communication, and commerce. But it's also a time when great losses are can be found. You can be tricked out of doing something in your Mercury time. I'm wondering if we've got like the Canadian military. We have a huge base here. Uh, we have Canadian Forces Base, which if you're American and you're watching this, that's a fort, right? And it's in Edmonton. And I'm wondering if they would have to leave because they are Canadian. I wonder if something comes up about that that's saying, fine, separate, but you're also going to lose the big, Edmonton base that we have that employs, 1,000 people or more, probably more, probably thousands, especially when you look at all the economic um, ripples from that. I wonder if that's going to be a big consideration. Okay. Mercury. So are there going to be any deals struck in the Mercury time? The Empress. Now we have a female um, leader right now, Premier Danielle Smith. And interestingly enough, that's her G time. That's her Saturn time. And Saturn is a taskmaster, but it's also can reward you. It's your karma card. And it looks like she's going to have a lot of luck then, and people are going to listen to her, and she's going to be showing all kinds of possibilities, and she's going to be standing tall. And interesting, Saturn does rule politicians. And so she will be doing a lot of political, and she'll actually be shining. Um, if a vote was to be done during this time, she would win the vote. So depending on what she's pushing for, if she is supporting separation, then she would win. If she is supporting staying in Canada, she would win. But she would definitely be standing strong. Definitely getting her way. If it's not the vote, she'll be definitely pushing Canada around. She's the empress of Canada in this regard. Um, wow. So maybe she is going to come back with some kind of deal from America and say, Canada, if you don't play fair, I'm out of here. All right. Now let's go to after your Mercury time is your Jupiter time. Luckiest time of the year for you. If you want to get married during your Jupiter time. If you want to buy that beautiful house, get married during your Jupiter time. You want to start that business. It's practically lucky for anything. If there's warnings during your Jupiter time is burnout because you want to do so much because it's such a fun, great time. I just want to make sure. I think I zoomed this in too close. New, different camera when I'm traveling, right? Different setup. Okay, Jupiter. Jupiter. What do you have in store for Alberta this year? But you have to remember Jupiter expands everything. It can expand your waistline, it can expand your debt, but it also can expand your bank account. It can expand your duties, right? It's very easy to bite off more you can chew during your Jupiter time. Three of Swords, betrayal. Ooh. Is that Canada right here in the red going to betray Alberta? Going to betray? Are we going to feel betrayed? Is the states going to betray us and back out of a deal? Is Canada going to back out of a deal? What if everyone votes, yeah, we want to leave Canada, and Canada then puts up a bunch of roadblocks? Apparently, with this meeting with high level Americans, in government that they would recognize Canada as an independent entity, even if the or Alberta as an independent entity, if the people vote for that, even if Canada puts up roadblocks for them leaving. Apparently, it's in our constitution we can leave at any time if a certain percentage of the people vote yes. Wow, that's not good in Jupiter. But let's see Venus. Now, your Venus time is the relaxing, fun time of the year. It's the best time to go on a holiday. It's the best time to do any kind of personal um, improvements. And Alberta's Venus time is, um, did I tell you Jupiter time? March 19th or March 29th until May 19th. So Venus time is May 20th to July 10th. May 20th to July 10th. This doesn't, so actually, when I think about it, that doesn't surprise me at all. Canada's been doing that to Alberta for years. Venus. So, what kind of improvements can Alberta make at that time? Judgment in reverse. Gulp. The two best times, the two back to back here. It looks like Alberta's going to have enough. No more chances. This betrayal is actually going to be the catalyst. No more second chances. I'm getting that. This is Danielle Smith, and she is presenting. We've done everything that Canada has asked us to do, and we get betrayal, and there's no more chances. Let's see what happens during our Saturn time, which is our most destructive time of the year, also the most political time. And of course, that's the 52 days before our anniversary again. So that's July 11th until August 31st. This is sorry about that. As you know, I'm traveling and in a hotel room, and room service was at the door. I forgot to put the do not disturb. All right. So in our Saturn time, this is when it's most destructive. If your marriage is ready to fall apart, your marriage will fall apart. If your job is really doing terrible, your business is doing terrible, your Saturn time, your 52 days before the anniversary date or your birthday is the most dangerous time. If you get some sort of disease or medical condition during your Saturn time, you'll find it almost impossible to get rid of. Most people who get like some kind of dangerous cancer during their Saturn time will die of that cancer. Or if something terrible happens to you, you'll find a very difficult time to shake yourself of it. You never want to become an addict during you never want to become an addict to anything anyways. But if you find that you become addicted to something during your Saturn time, your 52 days before your birthday, you'll find it near impossible, if not impossible, to ever shake. That's why some people just never shake their addiction. All right. Most dangerous time for Alberta. The Hierophant in reverse. All right. It looks like to me, this is, it looks like to me that Alberta's going to do everything right. We possibly could have a vote, but we are facing headwinds from the country that's called Canada. What's the underlying? The world in reverse. This story has just started. It's not ending. There'll be no ending to this story in the next year. Um, it looks like whatever Alberta is trying to do, whatever is presented by our um, Premier Danielle Smith will be completely rejected, will be betrayed by Canada. And I'm getting that it's game over. There's no more chances for Canada, because this is our Venus card. So how do we feel our relationship is with Canada? No more chances at all. Saturn comes in here. There's going to be lessons to be learned. Um, there's just some kind of hammer comes down on Alberta. Uh, I'm just happy to see the world is in reverse, because that means it's not finished, it's not completed. So I think the story continues. Also, this could be the world is watching. The world is watching. To me, there'll be no real forward movement on the separation. And it's simply because that Canada is going to roadblock it. So we can have our vote, and definitely have our vote, and but we will be betrayed. We will be betrayed. I'm not getting that Canada will let us go, and rightfully so. We are the economic engine of Canada, and kind of tired of it. Um, So yeah, it looks like Canada's doing everything properly, but the betrayal is coming, or Canada. Alberta's doing everything properly, everything above board. We might get a threat from the military base saying, well, that's thousands of dollars or thousands of jobs that are going to be gone because they'll have to pull out, but whatever. Um, And then I think we are definitely going to see headwinds against Canada no matter what we choose to do. And I think if we do have a vote this year, we will vote to leave Canada. No more chances. No more chances. Um, but Canada somehow is going to pull some things to stop it. Not sure how, but it looks like, and underhanded, and really underhanded. They're really going to be very they're going to betray, even though it's in our constitution and we've had enough of Canada. I think here, because if you look, these are both red. I think there's going to be something. And so then we have to find another way to get out, another way to end the story. Now, I just want to quickly ask, will Alberta be its own country within 2 years from today? Within 2 years from today. Today is October the 4th, 2025. So by October the 4th, 2027, will Alberta be its own independent country? Yes or no? Yes or no? Will Alberta be its own independent country within 2 years? Within 2 years. Five of Pentacles. I'm going to say that's a yes, because that's outside of, right? Five of Pentacles is um you're an outsider. So we'd be an outsider to Canada. Also, I've heard that it'll cost us $5 billion to leave Canada, and that's five. And so look at, this is Alberta. Alberta's blue, Canada's red. And almost on the outside here, kissing them goodbye. Also a check mark. That's not a check mark. I think that's um a five, a V, a Roman numeral V, but to me it looks like a check mark. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say within 2 years we start the long goodbye. If you look at this, blue is kissing Canada goodbye, and we are now on the outside. And you know what, Canada, here's your $5 billion. Actually, it's not for Canada, it's for Alberta to start its own passport and monetary, and perhaps that's what they're going to talk to the US about. There's other countries that use US dollars. They don't have their own monetary. They don't have their own money, so perhaps we use, look at the stars, perhaps we use US dollars at first. Um, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say the process starts. If it's not completed, it started within 5 years. We kiss Canada goodbye. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Fare thee well.